My name's Jim. I have MS, medical marijuana, and so
he's given me something. He's written 4 pages here.
Okay, introduce yourself.
I'm Diana McKinley, caregiver for Jack here.
And where are you all from here?
We're from Colorado, Arvada, Colorado at that. We're proud of where we're from.
All right.
They're good to us here. Jack's MS Train is the way he titles this. It came into my life fast and silent. In 1994, I was diagnosed with chronic MS. I had heard of MS, but not chronic MS. I asked what this was, and he said I was progressing very fast and did not know what to expect. He mentioned Richard Pryor's name as someone who has this similar MS. He's passed from this similar one. In November 1994, I would wake and try to stand, and I fell and never walked again. 2 months later, would lose my speech. I moved from Breckenridge, Colorado to Denver to live at my parents' house. I was growing weaker. My older sister told my parents to put me in a nursing home. I would be in a nursing home for
3 more times.
He would be in a nursing home 3 more times. My mother would ask me to make her legal guardian and write an X. She would help me write my train. No, my brain worked, sorry. She would help me write. My brain worked fine. My sister and mom discussed stuff in front of me like I was already dead. This is a common thing for MS patients. Because they're like in a coma state, but they're wide awake. And they're treated like they're dead. I moved 3 days later without any help from my mom. She was shocked. I moved in with a black man with cerebral palsy. He was very angry for being disabled. I would get pneumonia, and the Dr. Stuart Ferguson would sit and talk and tell me he's seen a lot of death, and he said I had lots of life still. Let him help me. A week later, I would get a G-tube and now be put on liquid diet with a pump. My health now was at its lowest, weight 85 pounds, could not move at all, drank liquid diet only. I started praying to God. Well, it made me feel better. 6 months later, they would have gallbladder removed. I could not move at all. They brought me out of surgery. The nurse was talking away as if I could talk. She looked me straight in the eye and asked if I wanted
A drink of water.
if I wanted a drink of water. I looked back, water sounded good, and with all my strength I winked at her, and she screamed with joy. She winked at me. Doctors and he winked at me. Doctors and nurses surrounded me. I had no movement for 2.5 years. He titles the next part, My Second Life. December 1998, 4 years later. A lot has happened. My G-tube removed in November. Am eating soft foods, drinking water from a Camelback, 3 gallons of water a day, and I weigh 100 pounds now. Am starting to speak, word at a time, left arm and hand moving left foot and toes. I applied for Section 8 housing in January of 1999. By July they found me a place. I now live by myself. I've witnessed many miracles. I now speak sentences. I feed myself, brush my teeth, hold my own glass. I get 3 visits a day, 7 days a week from a health agency, so not well enough to take care of cooking and cleaning or even bathing. But I am quite proud of what I can do. The pain I have is in my neck. It is not related to my MS. It is a narrowing of my spinal cord. The doctors can only say a 50-50 of fixing with surgery. 50 so I'm on a lot of pain pills, Percocets, 100 milligrams, no, 100 Percocets a month, 40 dilutants a month, Dilatas a month, I'm getting corrected, a morphine patch every 3 days, which I thought in a way too much. I met an angel, her name is Diana. We discussed a marijuana garden. I started growing and with not very good much luck yet. Marijuana is a great alternative. I've cut my use of meds in half. Money is tight money is tight, so he's trying to sell Colorado Caregiver marijuana t-shirts. I've got one on right here. And he says the train is slowed down.
So, man.
The end.
Cool. Cool. Anything else y'all want to add?
Good luck to everyone.